We're looking at showers and storms working their way along I-94. More about that coming up in just a moment.
Right now, this morning, Viroqua residents have some concerns about the new playground design, what they told the city last night. Russia rejects Trump's Ukraine ultimatum, the president threatening new sanctions, the latest on the standoff. And inflation hitting a 4-month high. We'll take a look at the numbers and what to expect the next time you head to the store. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Wednesday, July 16th. Happy hump day to you out there. We'll send it over now to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's tracking a bit of a cool down on this hump day.
Yeah, the cool down. Our temperatures probably get up to about maybe 79 degrees today, a little bit cooler for Eau Claire. Roadways right now, if you are hitting the roads, are dry along I-90, but once you get up to I-94, you're in the wet. You can see that right there coming out of the Twin Cities going towards Ladysmith. You get over to areas right by Ladysmith right now, you're looking at some light to moderate rainfall. That's now breaking down. That was just over in the last hour. Let's take a look at Eau Claire. Eau Claire is still pretty much getting brushed by some light rainfall. So you may be looking at maybe some mist, some drizzle, maybe some low cloud activity dropping down your visibility. Taking a wider view, look at that batch of rainfall coming out of Mason City. That's heading towards La Crosse, towards the river. By the 10 o'clock hour, 11 o'clock hour, we'll see that move across the river and bring us showers and storms. Now, showers and storms are really going to ignite. As you can see, at slight risk of severe weather in the yellow, that is east of us, but you can see that's where the big storms are going to be today. So first, La Crosse will get some showers, then that'll really start to tick up right when we start to get some of the biggest heating. The warmth is going to be around the 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock hour for all of our warmth today, where it'll feel a little bit warmer on your skin. Current temperatures right now in the 60s and the low 70s. Current dew points right now in the 60s, near 70. We'll get into the forecast as you can see it getting to the 11 o'clock hour all the way to 1 o'clock hour. That's when the big storms start to move in and eventually they track out to the east by 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. We'll see storm activity getting to Eau Claire to be a little bit earlier and then more showers to resume. Back to you.
All right, Art, thank you. Viroqua residents want changes to the new Eckhart Park design. They turned out to City Hall to make their voices heard. Residents filled last night's meeting to discuss those updated plans. The city revised them after people called the original design too generic, but most residents now say the new version still doesn't match what the current playground offers.
Whenever you come together as a community and try to do a project, there's always a lot of thoughts and a lot of opinions, perspectives, and priorities. And no one project can ever encompass and check every box that everybody in the community always has. So the likelihood that we're going to make everybody happy is pretty slim. But what we do try to do is make the best decisions possible.
After 3.5 hours, the Parks Committee tabled discussions on the playground till their next meeting. A Winona man charged with murder faces a preliminary hearing today. 38-year-old Jacob Claver is accused of killing 37-year-old Josh Pigney in a Holman home. Police say they found Pigney dead in a bedroom with signs of a violent struggle. Claver faces life in prison if convicted. A La Crosse man is in custody following a shooting incident at Pettibone Park. Jared Duddles faces charges of recklessly endangering safety and carrying a concealed weapon. Police responded to the scene at 10 a.m. yesterday after they say an argument escalated. Multiple firearms were discovered hidden in the park. The investigation is ongoing. A federal grand jury charged a man with killing former Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband. Vance Belter faces 6 counts, including 2 murder charges and 2 counts of stalking with intent to murder. He's also charged with shooting State Senator John Hoffman and his wife the same day. The murder charges could lead to the death penalty. All other counts carry a maximum sentence of life in prison.
It's been a terrible personal tragedy for the Hoffman and Hortman families, and it's something that has rocked the entire state of Minnesota and even the country. This indictment represents the next step in our efforts to hold the man responsible for this crime, Vance Belter, responsible for his actions.
The 57-year-old recently waived his right to a probable cause hearing and a preliminary hearing. Last May, a Lincoln High School student was fatally struck by a train days before graduation. Now his family is looking to support other students in his honor. News 8 Now's Grace Monk has the details.
3 days before their son was set to graduate high school, the Franks received heartbreaking news.
It is your worst nightmare times 10.
18-year-old Roman Frank was fatally struck by a train last May. Roman was a senior at Lincoln High School.
He would always make sure that he was with the underdog or helping somebody else or trying to make a difference in someone's life.
He helped me through everything in my life, and he's my best friend.
After the accident, the Franks moved forward the only way they knew how.
The day before he passed away, we went to a scholarship breakfast and he received receive scholarships, and then the next day was his accident. So I think we just kind of thought, since, you know, we knew how he felt getting the scholarships, we wanted to be able to help someone else get them.
They started the Live Like Roman Memorial Scholarship to help local students pay for college. The scholarship is based on service to others and selflessness, a series of traits that best describe Roman.
We want to give many as we can, area children in different districts the ability to go on to school and do the things that he wasn't able to do through him.
This year, the family gave $500 to 2 students at Lincoln High. They're hoping to expand their reach in 2026 and offer it to students across the region.
That was Grace Monk reporting. The Franks are selling Live Like Roman t-shirts to pay for the scholarships. If you'd like to support the cause, we have a link on our website for you. And WisDOT is looking for your input on a major road project coming to La Crosse. The state is studying improvements to US 53 and US 1461 between West Avenue and I-90 to boost safety and fix pavement and bridge problems. Tonight's open house runs from 4:30 to 6 at the Black River Beach Neighborhood Center. You can drop in anytime to speak with staff and see the plans for yourself. All right, and Russia is rejecting a recent ultimatum from President Donald Trump for a ceasefire with Ukraine. We get those details now from CBS's Jared Hill.
Russia is rejecting President Donald Trump's ultimatum for a ceasefire with Ukraine. The president threatened new sanctions if no deals reached in 50 days. Authorities in Moscow call the demands unacceptable.
So far, it's all talk and no action.
The president says he hasn't spoken to Russian leader Vladimir Putin since announcing the proposal and laying out a plan to sell weapons to NATO for Ukraine on Monday.
NATO is going to pay us back for everything.
The resolution is not adopted.
A procedural vote failed, stopping the House from advancing the Senate's Genius Act, a bill to regulate the cryptocurrency stablecoin. But today an about-face is expected. Last night, the president announced that 11 GOP hardliners will now vote yes after meeting with him at the White House.
They wanted to be stronger.
Meanwhile, a nail-biter in the Senate Tuesday night.
The vice president votes in the affirmative.
Vice President J.D. Vance cast a tie-breaking vote advancing President Trump's plan to claw back over $9 billion in federal funding for foreign aid, NPR, and PBS. 3 Republicans voted no, along with Democrats. The bill needs to pass by Friday, or the funding continues as planned. Jared Hill, CBS News.
President Trump also plans to sign an executive order this week setting national standards for college athlete endorsement deals through NIL. Western Technical College joining a lawsuit against the Trump administration and joining a multi-state suit to unfreeze more than $6 billion in federal funding. The frozen money includes programs for immigrant students and English learners. School officials say the Adult Education and Family Literacy Act funding is critical for their students. Irish Fest officials giving us a sneak preview of this year's event that'll run August 8th to the 10th. The weekend highlights include the 5K kilt run, the mashed potato eating contest, and headlining performers. And this year's theme is Irish Pirates.
Imagine the country itself being an island, as such, so they did a lot of shipping, a lot of fishing and so on too. But pirates, and as Tracy said, they had a lot of female pirates at that time, which a lot of people don't know. But you'll learn a lot about it in the cultural tent during Irish Fest.
You can purchase tickets on Irish Fest's website. The time now is 6:08. Still ahead on your morning news. The tech giant making a major move in China, why Apple is shifting its strategy, and a recall that could affect your family. Inflation is climbing once again. That means higher prices. Headed to the grocery store. We'll break down what you can expect. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. The Iowa State Fair kicks off next month. They've revealed this year's wildest new food creations. You can try a bacon chicken ranch egg roll, flamin' hot pickle pizza, and several other deep-fried desserts. Fairgoers will have over 60 new items to choose from. But you don't have to wait till then for fair food. Taking a live look now at the La Crosse County Fairgrounds, where the 136th Annual Interstate Fair will officially open at 4:45 this afternoon. You can see they are ready. The food tents are set up, the Ferris wheel, they're ready for all the fun. We'll have more information from the fair for you throughout our newscast and the day. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hiring the wrong personal injury attorney can cost you a lot. Researching personal injury attorneys costs you nothing. We're confident that your research will lead you to Bygoff and Rohde. BGR, object to anything less than the best.
We see you out there making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like extra laundry detergent, 4 for $12. Rewards members get 4 for $11. $3 off assorted Diamond brand dog food. Plus, rewards members get free same-day delivery on pet orders of $49 or more. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
The 30% tax credit will end this year, so lock in your savings, reduce your electric bills, and get the full 30% credit while it's still available. Call 608-780-2347 to get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy today.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's the summer sales event. Great time to buy. Nice weekend, Hank?
Spectacular. Took the family camping, courtesy of Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. Morgan?
Baseball tournament. Mike Sports at the Homeland Field.
How about you two?
Mud bath.
Get 0 down, 0% financing plus 0 payments for 90 days on F-150 or lease F-150 for $499 a month with 0 down. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Are my 5 morning alarms a metaphor for everything else I'm putting on, like my laundry or my 768 unread texts?
I'm just your dermatologist. You don't want all of this showing up on your face. Try Hydro Boost.
Neutrogena, weightless hydration that goes deep.
We know, like, if we help one person and if we impact their life and have such a positive influence on them when they're coming in here working on sometimes the hardest thing for themselves that they can do, and they can then help the next 3 to 5 people that they encounter, our reach goes more.
Are we looking to enjoy time with our family? Are we looking to get up and down off the floor with our grandkids? Are we looking to go travel and experience retirement a little bit differently? We're in your corner through the ups and the downs that life has to offer because we know that they'll happen.
Head over to unityfitnesspro.com today.
For 50 years, By Goff and Rohde has been representing people, not insurance companies. Judges respect us. Other lawyers recommend us, and we've earned our awards. BGR, object to anything less than the best.
Well, good morning. If you're just joining us, by the way, we have some showers and storm activity working towards I-94 coming out of the Twin Cities. Tracking to the northwest, you can see there slowly but surely, but some of that's curving over and getting to areas by Ladysmith, and eventually Eau Claire will get brushed by that. You're seeing a larger batch getting closer to the river as well by La Crosse. That's coming in around the late morning hours into the afternoon with more showers and storms lingering for areas from La Crosse going eastward. As you can see, it feels like temperatures right now getting into the 10 o'clock hour. It's going to be about 77 degrees on your skin. We'll get into Eau Claire, it feels like 72. Push this forward. 11 o'clock, it'll be 82 degrees on your skin. That's what it'll feel like. Feels like 71 by the time we get into the 11 o'clock hour for Eau Claire. Eventually, you're seeing other locations in the 80s, but to the east. However, once we get deeper into the afternoon, everybody begins to cool down as northwesterly winds start to come in with cooler air coming out of Canada. That knocks our temperatures down, and so this is what's going to happen. We're going to have temperatures around 79 degrees for La Crosse. You're going to see some upper 70s to around the low 80s by Boscobel, Boston, a little bit warmer to the eastern portion of the area. 65 in Ladysmith, 70 Eau Claire. Once you get to the north, that's where it's going to be the coldest. We'll get into it today. We're seeing showers and storms for La Crosse, the noon hour continuing on. So we got late morning, the noon hour, all the way through the afternoon, evening commute, you're in storm activity and continuing on. Eau Claire, on the other hand, getting it right now, all the way through the noon hour, then showers ensue for the early afternoon and then continue on with more showers to go into about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. We'll see low visibility, not because of fog, but because of low stratus, dropping visibility is down, as you can see by La Crosse. By 9 o'clock, we're looking at 3 miles of visibility. It's not fog. It is low cloud activity due to stratus moving in with rainfall on the way. This will continue to about 4:30 and break down. Highs for Thursday, 70s. We're holding on to much cooler conditions. 75 for La Crosse, 73 for Eau Claire. Morning clouds giving way to sunshine to finish the day. And once we get into the rest of this, we'll hold on to 79 today. Much cooler conditions for Thursday and Friday in the forecast. Back to you.
In your morning consumer news, U.S. inflation rebounded in June to the highest level in 4 months. The data was in line with what economists were expecting. Michael Yoshida has a breakdown on what this rise means for the economy.
Consumer prices heating up again in June, rising 0.3% last month, pushing the annual inflation rate higher to 2.7%. That's according to new data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
The best you can say about today is there was no bad news.
Tuesday's data was expected by most economists who have been anticipating the price effects of President Donald Trump's on-again, off-again tariff policies to begin showing some real-world effects.
The first serious set of tariffs went into effect in April, but they didn't affect goods that were already on a boat. So it takes a boat about a month to get from Europe or China to the US. It then might take another month to get through customs. That takes us through to June.
Reflected in the data, price hikes in a number of categories with goods from China, which are already exposed to higher tariffs, including computers and electronics, textiles, appliances, and toys. The cost of gas and food also on the rise, but due to their volatility aren't predictors of the larger economic picture. Still, Tuesday's report comes as the Federal Reserve faces increasing pressure from the White House to lower interest rates, but Wolfers says an increase in prices due to tariffs would make the move unlikely.
When the Fed gets worried that the cost of living is rising, it tends to raise interest rates. So if what you wanted was lower interest rates, you would try and keep pressure off the Fed.
And NVIDIA is selling computer chips to China again, despite concerns about military use. The tech giant resumed sales after years of restrictions from both the Biden and Trump administrations. The worry is China could use these chips to boost its military and AI programs. NVIDIA says sales started back up shortly after the company met with President Trump. And Apple plans to invest $500 million to buy rare earth magnets from a U.S. company. The deal is part of Apple's $500 billion push to expand U.S. operations. President Trump has been pressuring Apple and other tech companies to produce more products at home. A recall for parents. Thousands of baby mattresses pose a suffocation risk. More than 21,000 of these creakily bare pack-and-play mattresses are being recalled. They can create dangerous gaps where your baby could become trapped. They were sold on Amazon from December 2024 through June 2025. That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it back over to Art now. He's got an update on our forecast.
All right. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but today is going to be a day of some showers and storm activity going through the morning hours as well as the afternoon into the evening hours. So I'm sorry about that, but if you're doing any type of festival activity or fairs, you have to bring an umbrella with you. We'll be in and out of the showers and storm activity, most of which starting into the night, I should say starting over this morning going into I-94, then carrying into at least by the late morning going towards areas by La Crosse. It's going to cross the river. You have a low risk for severe weather for Winona going to La Crosse and Prairie du Chien. Once you get east of La Crosse, you're looking at a slight risk for severe weather that continues all the way out to Madison, and then eventually that's where the big storms are going to be, where the severe weather is going to come in. We'll see some damaging winds possibly and some heavier rainfall in the forecast. Otherwise, you're going to see temperatures a little bit on the cooler side today as well. We're seeing some upper 70s and we'll see some upper 60s as well in the forecast as well. You get into areas by La Crescent, 79 degrees. We'll get into Prairie du Chien, about 79 degrees. In the center portion there, 79 degrees as well with storm activity. But to the east, you're holding on to some lower 80s in the forecast there. We'll get back over to La Crosse, 79 degrees here, but you're going to look at Sparta, 79 degrees, but the possibility of getting into Elroy, you're looking at least maybe 80-degree heat working in the forecast there. We'll go up to the north, 65 for Ladysmith, showers. Eau Claire, storm activity. You get down to Fall Creek, storm activity. Augusta, you've got storms, and all the way down to Neillsville, more storms as well, and going into Loyola, you do the same thing as well. Showers and storms up to the north, as you can see, to start the morning hours. Then it fills in as you go towards Mason City, looking at that. Eventually, that's going to work its way towards the river. As it does, it breaks down. By 10 o'clock, we're going to see showers and storms try to begin to ignite with this area of low pressure right here, bringing in the possibility of more showers and storms. Going to Viroqua, La Crosse, 11 o'clock going to the noon hour. There are the storms popping into the picture, leaving La Crosse around the 1 o'clock hour, going to Sparta with bigger storms here towards Volkfield. Black River Falls will be at the top of that as well. Shelby, Toma, you guys are in that. Then that tracks out of the region by 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock as well, going to Wisconsin Rapids. So that's still in the region, basically just with some wet, light to moderate rainfall by Volkfield, and eventually that's done. Drier conditions ensue across the region all the way to the north as we finish out the evening commute. Then we'll see a few light showers to finish out by 7 o'clock up there to the north along I-94. That's mostly by Ladysmith, and then that's done by the 8 o'clock hour and we're done. Drier conditions all the way down to the south, so please be careful about that as we finish out the day. Highs for Thursday, 70s, much cooler, 75 to possibly all the way down to 72 for Prairie du Chien. Time to get your lawn mowed. Thursday and Friday, your best bets with the 70s rolling in the picture. As we go into the next few days, tomorrow we're getting into at least 60s, 70s with cooler conditions going in for tomorrow. We'll also find sunnier skies as well in the forecast. Taking it to Friday, 71 to about 78 degrees for La Crosse, 76 for Eau Claire. Once we get into the last few days here, going into areas by Saturday and Sunday, storm activity starts to work into the forecast as you go right into stormy conditions for Saturday, drier conditions on Sunday, and some light showers coming back again for next week with warmer conditions on the way. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. An American Idol producer and her husband found shot to death in their home. This morning we'll have more details for you and who police have arrested. And a popular product is poisoning more young children. We'll tell you what parents need to watch out for.
Coming up in the Blitz, homers galore at the Northwoods League Home Run Challenge, plus a big fly and some Legion baseball action at Copeland Park last night. Highlights and more coming up next.
It's the patio closeout sale at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get up to an extra 50% off regular prices or pay no interest until 2030 on the best selection of porch and patio in the Midwest. Right now during the patio closeout sale at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Get an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. We have the largest selection of garage doors in stock, or design your own using our free Garage Door Designer. Get this 9x7 insulated garage door for only $599.99 after rebate. Add style and security to your home with over 500 door locks in stock. Get a Kwikset Henley privacy lever in matte black or Pismo privacy door lock in satin nickel for only $19.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
It's time to say not so fast chronic kidney disease. Because with a progressive disease like CKD, slow is good. And believe me, I know all about slow. That's why I'm here to tell you about Jardiance. It's a little pill proven to slow the progression of CKD and reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So go on, say not so fast CKD. Ask your doctor about Jardiance for chronic kidney disease.
During the 51st anniversary sale at Home Sleep Express, get our best offer ever and pay no interest until 2030, or get an extra 10% off sale prices on Prana Sleep and Thomas Cole Sleep. Find the right fit for your right sleep. The 51st anniversary mattress sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
Rotary Lex's mission is to help feed the hungry in the Coulee region. Help us meet that goal by donating at our Food for Fridays events this July. Donate non-perishable food items or cash at these two locations on these dates. All proceeds benefit the Hunger Task Force.
News 8 Now Sports.
Welcome to the Blitz. Well, typically at this time of the year, not much on the front of coaching changes for the upcoming winter's high school sports season, but after the departure of Nate Johnson as head coach of the Holman girls, the Vikings have the new leader of their program. And it's a familiar face to some. Lionel Jones, the previous coach of the Viterbo women's program, now takes over. Jones leaves the V-Hawk program after the team's best finish since 2003, finishing with 15 wins and a winning record. During his time in La Crosse, Jones led Viterbo to their first ever North Star Conference Championship game and ended a 17-year streak of losing seasons. He also helped coach with the Minnesota Timberwolves and Minnesota Golden Gophers. And Jones said in part in a statement about his time with the V-Hawks, quote, "My time at Viterbo has been deeply meaningful. I am incredibly proud of what we've accomplished together, from building a competitive program to mentoring strong, resilient student athletes. The support and collaboration I've experienced from this department has been extraordinary." Almost to the Wisconsin Legion baseball postseason, Post 51 versus Post 52 last night at Copeland. And talk about starting things out with a bang. Luke Baginski, the first hitter of the contest, leaves the yard, going the opposite way to get the visitors on the board. Bottom of the first, La Crosse responds. Isaac Shelfout hits one into the ground, takes a tough hop, and 2 runners score to put the home side up. Then Dawson Lappick settles in after the early home run with a couple strikeouts. Then post 51, threatening in the third, but it's a great play at second base by Derek Pangier to end the threat. Post 52 goes on to win 9-1. All right, we saw the MLB Home Run Derby 2 nights ago, but the Northwoods League Home Run Challenge was last night in Madison. And how about the performance by Avery Makarevich of the La Crosse Steam? She put on a show, 10 home runs, which was the most out of anyone all night long. She is the softball MVP, and Mikey Bell of the Mallards wins the baseball MVP with 9 big flies. The Great Lakes went on to win 52-34, the final tally from the Duck Pond. All-Star Game is tonight at 7 o'clock. All right, that'll do for the Blitz. We'll see you back here later tonight.
Don't wait for better water. With Maxwell White Water Conditioning, you get water you will feel good about with every sip, every bath, every day. And easy financing to make it happen now. Call today and start enjoying better water tomorrow.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward.
Celebrate Independence Day. Get 0% APR on select Sierra 1500 models. That's over $4,300 in average finance savings.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Tired of hard water and harsh chlorine? Maxwell White Water Conditioning brings you the all-new Dual Media Water Softener. Say hello to softer skin, luxurious hair, and water that feels amazing. Call Maxwell White today, where better water starts here.
Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app.
Light to heavy rainfall moving into the region right now, as you can see, going towards Ladysmith as well from the Twin Cities to Eau Claire. More about that in just a moment.
Right now, this morning, Senator Tammy Baldwin wants to help farmers get mental health care, her new plan to expand access in rural areas. And the La Crosse County Interstate Fair set to begin in just a few hours. We've got a live sneak peek of the fun for you. And kebabs, falafel, and belly dancing. Mediterranean culture takes over La Crosse this Sunday. We're joined by an organizer of MedFest later in the show. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. It is Wednesday, July 16th. We are making our way through the week, and we will send it over now to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's got an update on our weather. Quite the update. Art, some changes are coming, huh?
Yeah, we're going to see temperatures on the cooler side today, possibly some upper 70s, some middle to upper 60s in the forecast, and we'll see some low 80s, but it'll be far east out of the region for us, or I should say far east away from La Crosse. You see Sparta possibly getting that. Once we get into it, it feels like temperatures. It's going to feel like 77 degrees By the 10 o'clock hour, once we get into La Crosse, 72 or so by Eau Claire, 83 over by Sparta, 84 by Vogue Field. Once we get around the 11 o'clock hour, it's going to feel like 82 in La Crosse and then 71 in Eau Claire. But once we go deeper into the afternoon, we start getting cooler because out of the northwest, cooler air is going to start cooling down Eau Claire. Eventually, it's going to start cooling down La Crosse as well. Other locations to the east of us, well, they pick up some of the heat still holding on. That's why they have a threat for severe weather. Highs for the day, we're looking at 66 to about, say, 78, 79 degrees in the forecast for La Crosse. There is a low risk for severe weather. Winona, La Crosse, Prairie du Chien are in a low risk, while you have areas like Tomah, Shelby, you've got Sparta as well, Black River Falls, and a slight risk for severe weather due to the holding on to that heat in the 80s. So what we're looking at, showers and storms coming in for the late morning for La Crosse going into the afternoon. And then once we go deeper into areas up to the north by Eau Claire, you're looking at early morning showers and storms giving way to more showers in the afternoon, and that'll carry over possibly into the evening commute. So what we're looking at for the next few days, cooler conditions with 79 to 75 degrees for La Crosse, 78 to possibly 81 as we go into Friday into the weekend, with more storms on the way by Saturday. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. We will check back in with you in just a bit. Viroqua residents want changes to the new Eckhart Park design. They turned out to City Hall to make their voices heard. They filled last night's meeting to discuss the updated design for the park. The city revised those plans after people called the original design too generic. But now most residents say the new version still doesn't match what the current playground offers.
We know that the Dragon Park is deteriorating, and we know that we have to take some sort of action. We know the status quo isn't acceptable anymore, and so I do expect that they will take some action, but what exactly that is, I'll leave up to the committee.
After 3.5 hours, the Parks Committee tabled discussions. They will pick that back up at their next meeting. A Decorah man is in custody after allegedly confronting a deputy with a shotgun. Police were doing a wellness check, they said, on Jordan Schaller when he reportedly fired multiple shots into the ground. A police canine was used to disarm him, and he was arrested. The man accused of abducting Beaver Dam teen Sophia Franklin has pleaded not guilty. Gary Day and Franklin were found in Nebraska in February. Police say Franklin is pregnant with Day's baby. His next court appearance is in October. Police have arrested someone in the deaths of a longtime American Idol producer and her husband. Robin Kay and her husband were found shot to death at their Los Angeles home during a welfare check. Both were pronounced dead at the scene. Police are investigating the deaths as a double homicide. The incident has neighbors on edge.
My renter saw somebody hopping the fence, but that was back on Thursday. She called 911, but we didn't hear anything since then. So we have no idea if it's even related or not.
An American Idol spokesperson says Robin was loved and respected by everyone who knew her. A mid-air scare for a plane full of passengers bound for Minnesota. Jeff Wagner spoke with some of them about the frightening flight.
Right away, I knew something pretty bad had happened.
Sarah says she had a front row seat to a mid-flight emergency on a flight from Los Angeles to MSP International.
I was actually seated next to the engine that caught on fire. Saw it was just a really bright flash out of the window, and then the plane kind of tilted a little bit.
Video from inside the plane shows sparks shooting from the engine.
The passenger next to me and I held hands and just sort of tried to like comfort each other, and I think we were all just bracing for the worst.
Edina resident Kang Hu was on the flight with his wife and 2 daughters.
I was watching outside. It was peaceful. It's dark and it's peaceful, you know. And then suddenly a fireball and a shake.
That fireball forced an emergency landing and a return to LAX.
The pilot made a big U-turn. You can feel that U-turn is like that.
But who credits the crew with keeping the calm despite a terrifying experience for the 172 people on the plane?
One of the most scary moments I've probably had in my life so far.
Sun Country Airlines confirmed the flight had an engine problem and praised its pilots and crew for how they handled the emergency. The Senate debating a massive spending cut bill today after it narrowly passed last night. The legislation would make the Department of Government Efficiency spending cuts official and allegedly save $9 billion. 3 Republican senators joined Democrats in opposing the bill, including Alaska's Lisa Murkowski, who worried it was too vague on what programs will be cut.
Neither the administration nor others have been able to provide that very clear, very transparent explanation about the programs and the priorities that are going to be cut as a result of the measure.
The House already passed its version of the bill. If the Senate makes changes, the legislation will go back to the House for final approval. Senator Tammy Baldwin is looking to expand access to mental health care for farmers by introducing the Farmers First Act.
People in rural areas, farmers and farm workers in particular, but lots of people in rural areas lack the ability to access mental health care in their own communities.
If approved, funding for the Ranch Stress Assistance Network will increase. That organization provides farmers access to crisis lines, training programs, and support groups. Monroe County residents, brush off your resume. The Monroe County Job Start runs today from 2 to 4:30 at the Monroe County Assembly Room. The job fair is free and open to everyone. And also happening today, the 136th Annual La Crosse Interstate Fair is set to begin in just a few hours. Opening ceremonies and family fun start at 4:45 this afternoon. We're taking a live look at the fairgrounds. Looking nice out there this morning. Everything is set up and ready to go. The fair also features a pedal tractor pull tomorrow and Clydesdale wagon rides throughout the weekend. In your morning medical news, nicotine pouches are growing in popularity, but they're also poisoning more young children. A new study shows exposure from nicotine pouches rose more than 760% between 2020 and 2023. Researchers say the pouches attract children because they have high concentrations of nicotine and they taste good. The CDC says they're now the second most used nicotine product among young people. More popular snack brands are ditching artificial food dyes. Welch's says it'll only use colors from natural sources by early next year. It comes amid a push by Health Secretary RFK Jr. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder says while synthetic dyes can cause problems, this is a red herring for bigger health threats.
Subset of kids. Red dye number 3, which the FDA wants to eliminate by 2027, has also been shown to cause tumors in rats. However, the levels at which humans are exposed to these artificial food dyes are exceedingly low, and the health risks really pale in comparison with the health risks of the added salt, sugar, and fat in processed foods.
This week, the FDA approved a soy protein-based natural dye, but is still deciding if it has to be labeled an allergen. Now we'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's got an update on our morning commute.
Okay, right now, current temperatures out there looking pretty good. You can also see, that was on Alaska right now. They're looking pretty good, but you're looking at temperatures in the 60s right now. Ladysmith has a little light rainfall there, possibly to moderate, while Eau Claire is having some light showers right now, maybe even just mist and drizzle, if that at all. We get down to the south, La Crosse at 72 degrees, 67 in Boscobel. Dry conditions down I-90 right now for everybody. We'll get into how it feels like, as I mentioned before, 72 degrees in Eau Claire by the 10 o'clock hour, 77 for La Crosse by the 10 o'clock hour. By 11 o'clock, it'll feel like 82 degrees. This will probably be the warmest we'll probably see for La Crosse and for Eau Claire as you get into from the 11 o'clock hour there, is holding on to cooler conditions coming in for the week, for the afternoon, while other locations to the east are still warming because we've got cooler air coming in from the northwest, as well as that rainfall coming in from the west and the northwest. We'll hold on to highs for today. We're looking at 66 at least to 79 degrees to La Crosse. We'll go over to Lansing, holding on to 78 degrees. We've got a low risk for severe weather in the green and a slight risk for severe weather as you get into the yellow. That is east of La Crosse as we finish out the day. We're looking at showers and storms to finish out coming into the afternoon, as well as the late morning hours for La Crosse. But Eau Claire is in it by the time we finish out the morning hours going into the afternoon with showers. Taking it into account, we're looking at conditions to be much cooler for Thursday and Friday. Be safe.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Emily is turning 8. She loves to read and listen to Taylor Swift.
And Amelia is also turning 8. She loves to help others and loves to be funny.
Right on. How about Shelby, who's turning 88? She is an amazing grandma who loves to spend time with family.
Happy birthday to you, ladies. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button on the Home tab on our website.
Just ahead, where you can experience Middle Eastern culture and cuisine this weekend while supporting a local church.
We're here
at US Cellular for Us Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them.
It almost feels like we're part of a cool club together. Swag.
Us Days just got bigger. All customers get a free phone with no trade-in.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
During the Chevy 4th of July sales event, well-qualified buyers get 0% APR plus $1,000 cash allowance. That's over $7,000 total value on this Silverado plus $4,500 total cash allowance for current Chevy owners.
Summer style starts here. Refresh your space for less at the King Furniture Hot Summer Sale. Save up to 50% on an entire room of beautiful new furniture. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining, you name it. Find mattress closeout deals on overstocked inventory and special factory closeout Lazy Boy recliners at prices too good to sit out. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. We'll even deliver and haul away for free. It's the King Furniture Hot Summer Sale going on now.
Really painful feet. I had no idea what was going on. It's hard to put in words how gratifying it is to have that kind of pain gone.
See for yourself with the free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks, sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. At American Waterworks, we use modern techniques and warranted solutions to restore your peace of mind in your home. After all, your home's foundation issues won't get better with time, but it will with our proven solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
No, and you get the latest phones.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
Hi, well, good morning to you as we get into it. Alaska's looking pretty good and dry out there right now. The roadway's looking good. 72 degrees out there, 90% humidity, and of course the visibility is just great. We'll go over to areas by Menominee. Dry conditions out there as well. About 71 degrees for you there as well. 10 miles visibility. Dew points around 72 degrees, so it does feel a little bit muggy on your skin there. Eau Claire, 70 degrees. It's also a dew point of 68 degrees. Still muggy for you as well with 93% humidity. Most of that moisture continues to track. Look at that big blue mark there. That's supposed to be moving towards La Crosse. We'll see most of that moisture starting to work in the area. So clouds are beginning to develop for La Crosse is what I'm trying to say. You've got up to the north more rainfall coming out of the Twin Cities going for the northern portion of the area. Rainfall's not coming to La Crosse until at least the late morning hours though, so bear that in mind. So you're dry in conditions right now. But Eau Claire, Ladysmith, possible showers and storms coming your way. We'll see low risk for severe weather as you go right into areas from Winona all the way to La Crosse and Prairie du Chien. The yellow is showing east of La Crosse, somewhere like Holman, as well as Sparta, possibly getting into areas with Shelby as well, and eastward of that, holding on to some severe weather potential later on today. You'll see most of these folks are picking up some showers and storm activity for the day. You saw Shelby doing that as well. You get into the south zone, you're looking at Prairie du Chien, you're going to be in that all the way out to Shoulders Grove, and of course you move right back out to Richland Center. You guys are all in that as well. We'll be picking up the possibility of La Crosse with more showers and storms today. That carries all the way out to Cashton as well, getting out to Elroy and then back over to Warrens, and of course Black River Falls moving northward all the way to Osceola, all up in storm activity. Drier conditions holding on to more showers for Ladysmith, but once you get into Chippewa Valley, you're holding on to Chippewa Falls all the way down to Eau Claire with storm activity as well as Fall Creek. You see the showers and storms continue to track through the region, and that continues to go all the way through the late morning hours. That continues across Eau Claire with showers and storms. Once we get into this time slot, Preston as well as Decorah holding on to some storm activity activity as well as crossing the river. La Crosse is already in it by the 10 o'clock hour. Storm activity comes in 11, 12, as well as 1 o'clock going to 2 o'clock, and it pushes eastward. Storms continue to track big time here, moving towards Viroqua, as well as Sparta, and then that leaves La Crosse holding on to more storm activity for Black River Falls, down to Sparta, out to Vogue Field, and then of course all those other areas out to the east get into big storm activity while we all begin to dry off, and then we see that dryness going all the way through the afternoon. Maybe a shower or two could continue, but by the time we get to 7 o'clock to about the 8 o'clock hour, showers start to move in for La Crosse, Ladysmith, excuse me, up to the north, and then we're pretty much done for the night. You see everybody's in clear skies to finish out, but there could be a wayward storm or two. Just play that to effect just to be safe. You're also looking at temperatures to be much cooler as we go into Thursday as well. 70s widespread in the forecast, and once we go into it to 75 degrees for La Crosse, 73 for Eau Claire, we'll take it into much cooler conditions leading into Thursday and also into Friday, and then to your weekend we've got some showers and storms or drier conditions on Sunday.
Thank you, Art. New this morning, you can experience the flavors and traditions of the Mediterranean without leaving La Crosse this Sunday. Richard Marcos from St. Elias Orthodox Church joins us to talk about their annual cultural festival featuring authentic food, music, and dancing. Art's going to dance from the Middle East and Europe. Good morning to you, Richard. Nice to see you again.
Same here. Nice to see you too.
Yeah, so tell us what we can expect this year. We know this is your big fundraiser, big event for the year. What's going on this year?
Well, of course, this is the 51st year now of the event.
Impressive.
And, you know, we're going to be having the food, of course, is number one. But then we have many, many other things that people can experience when they come to the festival. We got a bake sale that's second to none.
Yeah.
Got some of the goods here for you to try
Yes, we cannot
get
wait.
the aromas, et cetera, et cetera. And we're going to have some of the Balkan singers are going to be new this year.
Okay.
And we're going to have an Arabic tea ceremony. We're going to bring that back again for people 1, 2, and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. People can sign up for that, which is very nice. A silent auction and just the whole flavor of the church.
Yeah, you got the music, the food, a little bit of everything.
Well, speaking about the food, what type of authentic foods are going to be there?
Okay, well, we're going to have the traditional, what we call our sheish tawuk, which is our chicken kebab, marinated in a special homemade sauce. We're going to have our marinated lamb, sliced lamb, which will be beautiful, and also our homemade falafel.
My gosh, it all sounds absolutely amazing. We've got a little preview up on the screen there. Yeah, I think both of our mouths are watering, right, Art? We're like wishing we could get some of that right now. Okay, so you've mentioned some of the activities. Any other activities you want to mention, or what time is this all getting started on Sunday?
We'll start at noon on Sunday, noon till 5, and go from there. Basically, yeah, we're going to have the food, we're going to have the entertainment, we're going to have some folk dancing, which will be nice.
Oh, and tickets. We need to know about tickets, right? Do we have to get tickets? How do we do that?
Yeah, okay, tickets can be done on the website. There's a text thing there to get their tickets.
Right.
Also, you can buy actually a ticket at Marcus Apparel on Pearl Street. They have the actual live tickets there for you to buy.
You can buy them there.
Or you can get them right at the door also.
Oh, okay.
At the door.
So this could be a date night or date day. It could be like a family thing. It could be kids coming in with all their friends and their families. So is it? Tell me, what could it possibly be for folks that are doing this for the first time? What should they know about what they're expecting?
Well, first of all, they should just come with an open mind, just to absorb and just to embrace the whole cultures of the church and of the festival.
Yeah.
And we have a variety of people. This is not only Eastern European and Middle Eastern cultures, it's cultures from around the area also. We have people who drive in 30, 40, 50 miles for a church service on Sunday from Galesville, from Lafarge, from Viroqua, from Rochester, Minnesota. So and they're all bringing their ideas and their cultures and their foods, and they'll be manifested, of course, in the bake sale. With the many baklavas that are going to be served from different groups too. So
amazing, and so 51 years, that's a long time. What do you think has made you guys been able to keep this up for so many? I mean, 5 decades, very impressive.
Well, it's kind of, we call it the church that refused to die. Because you have to remember, historically, from 1921 to 1977, the church was built from about 1913, okay?
Wow.
And we had a regular priest there for 4 years, but he got called to St. Paul. So from 21 to 77, no regular services. We had visiting pastors that would come in. So in 1977, we got reorganized. The fire was still there. And we've been going steady since that time.
You've been going steady ever since.
Yeah, ever since. Yeah, 51 straight years now. So
okay,
so
well
we're
that
very
is
proud of
great
that.
to know.
And the church, it's a small group, but actually we've been growing by leaps and bounds because for some reason the place is attracting different types of folks coming in, not only people from Eastern Europe and the Middle East, et cetera, but from all over the world actually.
Okay, you're becoming a global place of gathering.
A global place for gathering, and something very unique for La Crosse.
Yeah, very cool. All right, well, it's all getting started at noon on Sunday, right?
Yeah, noon on Sunday.
Okay, and you brought baklava, so I got to try some.
All right, let me get out of the way so you
Before
get
we
that.
head out, we will
Be
take a bite
careful.
of this. I know it's a little messy, you said, right?
A little heavy on the syrup there, you know, so yeah.
Okay.
Super good.
Yeah,
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Noon on Sunday. Thank you so much, Richard, for being here.
All right.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Gail King, here's what's coming up on CBS Mornings. Model and actress Emily Ratajkowski joins us to talk about her new series, Too Much, where she plays a role written specifically for her. That's fun. That's coming right up on CBS Mornings.
Did you know that when you buy from Maury's, you get Maury's Promise? Maury's will always offer you our best price first, upfront, pure and simple. And our product specialists are commission-free, so there's no haggling necessary. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on new vehicles covers your engine and transmission nationwide for life. Also, our powertrain warranty on Maury's certified pre-owned vehicles covers you for 10 years, 100,000 miles, and much, much more. Maury's, moving life forward.
Shop Wisconsin's best deals at Black River Furniture Outlet. Find unbeatable prices on sectionals, big or small, to fit every home. Great savings on Ashley sofas and love seats. Style and comfort at a price you'll love. Check out our wide selection of reclining and power furniture, plus custom options from Best Home Furnishings. Experience top-tier comfort with Catnapper Furniture, where relaxation is key. Black River Furniture Outlet, your upholstery headquarters. Family values, veteran-owned, and no corporate hassle. Open 7 days a week in Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
It's time to say not so fast chronic kidney disease. Because with a progressive disease like CKD, slow is good. And believe me, I know all about slow. That's why I'm here to tell you about Jardiance. It's a little pill proven to slow the progression of CKD and reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired, and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So go on, say not so fast CKD. Ask your doctor about Jardiance for chronic kidney disease.
The state Supreme Court overturned the 1849 abortion ban. But what does that really mean? Thursday at 6, discover the real impact of Wisconsin's abortion law changes. A local woman's journey reveals the hidden barriers. Her story, Thursday at 6.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm with current conditions and updated video forecasts from the local team that warns you first. The News 8 Now First Warn Weather app, giving you more than what you'd expect. Get it now. No, seriously, like, right now. First Warn Weather on News 8 Now.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Nothing says summer quite like a hot dog at a picnic or a baseball game. Today's your day, National Hot Dog Day. You can top this summertime staple with relish, mustard, or any number of other toppings. The most popular is mustard. That's what beats ketchup, according to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council. The group also says Americans eat 7 billion hot dogs just between Memorial Day and Labor Day. Time now for your morning news now. A federal grand jury charged a man with killing former Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband. Vance Belter faces 6 counts, including 2 murder charges and 2 counts of stalking with intent to murder. He's also charged with shooting State Senator John Hoffman and his wife the same day. The murder charges could lead to the death penalty. All other counts carry a maximum sentence of life in prison.
It's been a terrible personal tragedy for the Hoffman and Hortman families. And it's something that has rocked the entire state of Minnesota and even the country. This indictment represents the next step in our efforts to hold the man responsible for this crime, Vance Belter, responsible for his actions.
The 57-year-old recently waived his right to a probable cause hearing and a preliminary hearing. Russia rejected President Trump's ultimatum to end the Ukraine war within 7 weeks. Russian officials called Trump's peace demand unacceptable and say the invasion continues until Russia's goals are achieved. Trump threatened new sanctions if no deal is reached. Baroka residents want changes to the new Eckhart Park design. They turned out to City Hall to make their voices heard. Residents filled last night's meeting to discuss the updated design for Eckhart Park. The city revised the plans after people called the original design too generic. Now they say the new version still doesn't match what the current playground offers.
I think the Park and Recs Committee heard a lot of information, a lot of feedback, and a lot of things that they need to take time and consider. I think some of them felt like we're going in the right direction, but I think they're going to take some time to sleep on it.
After 3.5 hours, the park committee decided to table the discussion.
Well, not a great time to mow your lawn today because we have showers and storms coming in from the north working right now, and then we'll see that coming into the late morning hours today as we go to I-90. Then working into Thursday and Friday, drier conditions working into your forecast, but we are going to be much cooler. 79 degrees today for our high with middle 70s to at least those low to middle 60s in the forecast as well. Friday, we're still much cooler with the low 80s popping in for Saturday and Sunday, and then we start to warm you up later on next week.
All right, quite a little bit of a roller coaster ride we're going on,
Yes,
some
indeed,
ups and
yeah.
downs. Okay, thank you, Art. Thanks for waking up with us. To you at home, in the La Crosse Interstate Fair set to begin in just a few hours, taking another live look. And coming up at noon, we'll continue our coverage of the event by highlighting some of the weekend's featured events.